What I want to narrate here is the story of his struggle in defense of truth and justice by a small group of nuns belonging to the Congregation of Mother of Carmel, the CMCs, which is the first indigenous congregation for women in Kerala, India. It is the story of the nuns getting into conflict with the local church authorities over property matters. Though the story spans over many decades, the most intense phase of the struggle has been between 2007 and 2015, and it continues not fully resolved till date. Yet, the success of the story is that the sisters who have taken the lead to defend truth and justice have not given up the struggle in spite of paying a heavy price on many fronts. It all started with the CMC sisters starting a religious house under the name Little Flower Convent at Nyarakil of Ernakulam district, Kerala, that comes under the Ernakulam Angamali Archdiocese in the year 1925. In 1945, they started a high school as requested by the then bishop of the diocese under the name Little Flower Girls High School. Since the sisters were not well equipped then with the necessary skills and travels demanded for running the school, the then Mother Superior requested the education department to make the parish priest of Nyarakil the manager of the school. While the parish priest took over managership of the school, the Mother Superior held responsibility for the Little Flower Education Agency. This was a temporary arrangement in view of the smooth running of the school, but it continued as a customary practice and became a trap into which the sisters fell unsuspectingly. Little Flower Girls High School got the status of an aided school in 1958. As managers of the school, the parish priests began to take money for the appointment of teachers, overruling the sisters' opinion in these matters. They also interfered unnecessarily in the affairs of the school and encroached the convent property for their vested interests. Even though this was causing much distress to the sisters in living out their mission peacefully at Nyarakil, they could not oppose such moves of the priests directly, given the situation of raging clericalism and the emotional enslavement expected of them as nuns before the church hierarchy. The unjust power games on the part of church authorities continued for many decades. Gradually, as the leadership of the sisters changed, they were made to believe that the management and ownership of the school rested completely in the hands of the parish priest of Nyarakil and his successors. A turning point came in 2007 when Sister Annie J. CMC took charge as principal of St. Joseph's Public School, which the sisters had started on their own at Nyarakil, and Sister Jessie CMC was appointed superior of the convent. These sisters were sent there with a clear mandate from the congregational leadership to sort out the conflict with the parish and gain clarity over the convent's resources. It was during this process of sorting out matters that the sisters discovered that the local church authorities had forged a document and presented it to the education department in 1971. This forged document formally changed the management and the educational agency of Little Flower Girls High School in favor of the vicar of St. Mary's Church, Nyarakil. Shaken by this information, they ran to the bishops seeking justice, but they were told to reconcile with the local church and to forgive the priests if there were any untoward moves on their part. Their shock reached its limits on realizing that their own congregational leaders, who had sent them with all blessings to sort out the issues with the parish, had taken a stand alongside the bishops. What started initially as a move towards conflict resolution with the local parish turned out to be a legal battle between the sisters of Nyarakil and the church authorities. Spiritual and emotional abuse accompanied the legal process on the part of the church authorities. Once they were also physically abused. But their greatest suffering came from the hostility and alienation they experienced within their own congregation for taking a stand against the church leaders on this issue of justice. A legal settlement was reached in 2015 with the Supreme Court verdict that the school and its properties belonged to the CMC congregation. The sisters who had led the struggle accepted their transfers at that time, after handing over the mission in Miracle back to the congregation. However, after a brief spell of apparent peace, the province leadership has begun the moves to gift Miracle mission once again to the church. This move is resisted by the sisters who have led the struggle, but they are firm in their prophetic stance of upholding truth and justice without counting the cost. Thank you.